Hi everyone, Dudley here, and welcome back to Plant Dud. And I am joined with a very special guest. But before we get into this, I want to say check me out on Instagram at Plant Dud. And yeah, I want to thank everyone who's joining from Lauren's video. You in for good vibes, I promise. And everyone who's already subscribed to his channel, thank you for your continued support. Sorry, I took a break. I'm back now. And we just gonna get into this video because it's been so long overdue and I am really excited about this one. So yeah.
My name is Dudley. I'm a singer-songwriter from New York, but I work full-time as a barista. We trying to make music the full-time thing. And you know, plants, why not?
And I am Lauren. I am a dental hygienist in Pennsylvania, and planting things and my doggies are my hobby. And this is Mia. She always wants to get in the camera as soon as I sit down. And yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say.
Okay. You can check me out at Plant Dud on Instagram and YouTube. It's pretty much the same for all my planty stuff. And if you want to check out like music stuff, official Dudley W on YouTube. I mean on Instagram, and Dudley Williams on YouTube.
Me, I am plants and tings, plants underscore in underscore tings with the no H.
Right. And we're gonna have all of our socials linked in the descriptions below for anyone who needs to find them. So I guess it's time.
Hi, we've been like waiting for this moment for how long?
Like, so we made the order at the ending of March, but we felt like it was going to get here like early April. I don't know why. I was delusional.
Well, the first time I ordered it did. It only took maybe 2.5 to 3 weeks. This definitely took over 4 weeks, maybe like 5 or 6, I think. I don't know. I was so confident, yeah, it's definitely gonna come. Don't worry about it.
And the fact that the import fee thing again.
Yes. Okay, guys. So if you are my subscribers, you'll see in my previous my first time I did my Green Spaces ID unboxing, I didn't have to pay $25 and I was very happy about that. So we was like, all right, we'll do it, send it to your house again because you didn't have to pay the fee. So we'll do it that way. They got me this time. And this time they sent that email quick. Pay that $25 or your package will be returned. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I paid the $25. But they literally shipped it probably like within the hour of sending that email because I swear to you, it said delivered by the afternoon. And I had only just put the $25 in a few hours before. So I don't know. I feel like they would have sent it. Anyway.
They would have done it regardless. They would have.
It was too fast. It was like already on the way, but whatever. I had to pay the $25 this time. It's fine.
And I was gonna say, like we mentioned this earlier when we were in like the planning phases of the collab. I'm like, one thing about us is we love a deal, right?
Listen.
Yo, like I was really over here like looking because I was gonna place the order by myself. I was like, let's just see what the energy is looking like, how many plants I want to get. I'm not trying to go over 250. And luckily I was like just under that for like the amount of plants I got. I think I got 6 total.
But like, was we not like shifting the order around mad times before we placed the order?
Towards the end.
Wait, if we add this, we get another discount. Wait, hold up. If you get one more, we get free shipping. Wait, hold up.
Because what happened was we were supposed to like have over $500, but
free shipping.
That was like before the shipping, and then with the discount and everything added, it's like it was under, so we had to like keep adding and removing stuff to get it above the 500 just so they could give us the free shipping. Because I'm like, I just seen an article that was like free shipping is a scam, but I'm like, I still want it. Like I still want my free shipping.
Well, we got it. I mean, you use the same. Did you use the same Peggy's plants?
Peggy's plants. And now one of our other planty friends at Plant Life Lex has a code too.
Oh, she does?
She does, yeah. She okay, so around the time we were placing the order, she was telling me about it too, like, oh, she just like did a deal with them or whatever. So like her code is active now. I guess we could put that in like our descriptions until we get our own codes.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen one day.
So sweet. I love her.
Yes.
I didn't even know she ordered from there. She doesn't. I wish she had a YouTube because she's so sweet.
She needs to make a YouTube, yeah. Like her grid on Instagram in general is just like goals, but
we're gonna put her Instagram up here somewhere.
Yes.
Blow up. Her page is fire.
Exactly. Shout out to you, Lex. Okay.
She does watch videos too, so she'll see it.
Okay, I guess it's time. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
No, you have to go first. You have more plants than me.
I do. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. Okay. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Do half of them and then I'll do mine and then you do your other half.
Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, I took a sneak peek at this first plant because there was one more person on our order. At Mary from Mary had a little plant on Instagram, and we both got Paraiso Verdes. So I just I had to pick one first. And I'm like, we're gonna do two of the plants that I wasn't really like, like not expecting, but
Just those plants.
Yeah, like they was just included in the bundle because again, I love a deal. So the first one we're gonna do is the Paraiso Verde. Like I'm so excited for this plant.
I'm so jealous because I really wanted that plant, but I was being cheap. Like
you did, because I have another one, but it's just like I bought it as
you have another one.
I bought it as a one leaf cutting.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't have like the variegation I want.
Okay.
So I was like, we just gonna buy another one and see what the energy of that one is. So okay, I'm unboxing it. Wait, hold on. I gotta turn on the camera now. I almost forgot.
Your camera wasn't
No, because I was trying to save memory. Okay, so we're gonna unbox it like here. I'm showing the camera, and like you guys are gonna see it here too, just in case.
So guys, we plan to do like a little get to know me while we're doing our unboxing. Wait, hold on, I want to see this leaf.
Right? Okay. Wait a second. Oh my god! Wait a second. Wait, look at this leaf right here.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yo, oh my god. Okay. And there's a new leaf like unfurling and it's intact still. Like it's fine.
Beautiful. The leaves don't look, are they floppy or are they kind of firm?
They're firm. I'm not gonna lie, we probably lost this leaf right here.
All right, that's all right. Because
this is fine.
That's the one you wasn't hyped for? Are you serious?
But it's only because I had one, but it's like looking at it, it's like damn.
That is fire. Okay.
That's fire. Okay, and then up next we have the Splendid, Philadelphia Splendid. Okay, so I didn't look at this one at all. Right here. Okay. Oh wait, this is polyfill. I thought a leaf fell off.
Wait, hold up.
Because I was a little nervous, like we've seen in my research, I've seen some videos where people wasn't getting what they thought they was getting.
Really?
But, wait, this is a Splendid?
It is. You know how you can tell? It has the depth of the verrucosum. You know how the verrucosum has the kind of 3D like pillowiness in the dark light? It has that.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. There's two like growth points on this one.
Oh, very nice.
So we got this leaf that's like unfurling that probably might die, and then this leaf that's like just a growth point.
Fine, because that was happening to my Glorious and it came out fine. It had a little damage, but it came out fine.
Okay, wait, how is your Splendum? Splendum, whoa, Splendid.
She has no leaves. She has no, but don't take that.
I'm like, wait a second.
But that may not be the outcome of your Splendid.
It might not. We're gonna aim.
Do what I did and pot it up immediately.
No, for real. Because all right, so literally my logic behind it is like air layer, like right above where the roots are, just in case. Yeah. So
do not worry. Your Splendid does not have to have the outcome of my Splendid.
Okay, it's looking splendid right now. We gotta.
It was so kind. Dave from Airway Dish, he sent me a beautiful baby one because all of mine's lost all its leaves. So
that was so nice. Yo, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
So we talked about this a little bit, but for our subscribers, what is your nationality? You said your mom is from another country. So where are you guys from?
Okay, so my mom and my dad are from the same country, which is fine. I'm like, I like the little mix or whatever, but it's okay, purebred. My mom is from Guyana, so like the northern part of South America. We're like technically Caribbean too, I guess.
That's what I was gonna ask you because I feel like there's one in Africa and there's one in the Caribbean, and I'd be confusing.
Oh yeah, okay. So the one in Guyana, the one in South America is Guyana. So that's like it consists of like regular Guyana, which is like 2 countries over from French Guyana, which was colonized by France. Regular Guyana is like British. It was like a British colony. And then the one that's in Africa is Ghana. Yeah. So the one in Africa is Ghana, and then Guyana is Guyana. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm like, oh, okay, geography.
I need to go back to school for that one.
Same. Because I'm like, if it wasn't for my family being from there, I would not know.
I know it's a little confusing, and I feel like there's literally another one too, but I begin confused when I see the name, how to pronounce it, and then I be thinking it's the same country.
Oh, Guinea.
Yes.
Literally, like when you from any one of the 3, you got to know the difference.
Seriously. That's like Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. They do not like being confused.
Wait, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans?
Yes.
They got that like eternal, like internal beef, if that makes sense. And it's like only they get it. The next leaf we have is the melanochrysum. It's like you got to sneak peek.
You already started opening it.
Right, a sneak peek, because this, like the tissue part was on the bottom of the thing. So you kind of was able to see it. But for the video, we got, wait, hold on. Please don't get stuck. Don't do that to me. That's disrespectful. Wait.
Be careful.
Okay, I got it. Wait, okay.
Very nice.
Okay, tall. You see the top leaf?
Very nice. The little baby.
We're gonna pray that it makes it.
You'll be happy to know that my melanochrysum still has most of its leaves. It only lost 1 leaf so far. So
okay, and so far, like none of these look yellow or anything too. So
yeah, and really good. Those are really pretty and velvet.
This is promising. This is promising. Wait a second. Good. Okay.
And the leaves look firm, like they don't look super wilty or anything.
No, it's not. It's not soft in the slightest. Just like the velvety texture that is the leaf itself.
That's a very good sign.
They knew what they was doing this time.
You know what? I thought that, right? I was like, they saw my name on this order again. They said, hold up, let's make sure she
get the good plants. YouTube is watching.
So my next question for you is, how did you get into plants?
Dang, I feel like it's like everybody, you know, I like this girl. And she was moving out at the time, so like she wanted to get plants for her apartment just to like liven up. She was like, she wanted to get a tree, and I was like, how you want to put a tree inside? And guess what plant was?
What, a fiddle leaf fit?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, but like the plant shop I took her to like find the fig, I've already been there before, because like you see the Exoterra in the background. Back in 2020, I was like into crested geckos, but like my environment isn't for that. Like it gets cold in here, which is why the plants are okay, because they could go dormant. But I made different like bioactive enclosures, and we use like exoterras to build them. So I'm like, you know, we just gotta put plants in there. So I already knew the plant shop because of that. I bought my snake plants from there and stuff. And then, you know, we slowly started getting into like other plants. My first rare plant purchase was like a month after I got into plants, and it was a Philodendron Passasanum.
Really?
Yeah, it's literally the one that's like back there on that shelf somewhere. I think it's this one right here. So, you know, it's still alive.
That's good, especially your first plant, rare plant purchase, when we don't know what the heck we doing.
No, for real. Because I was just like, we just not gonna water it, because underwatering is better than overwatering.
It really is though.
It is.
Like if you can kind of like finagle and finesse with underwatering versus with overwatering. Once you do it, you're done.
So I guess the next question is, what was your first impression of me online and then in person?
Online and then in person. Online, I was like, oh my gosh, he's funny. He's hilarious. Like I get the very like real funny vibe from him. Like real as in like raw, not like trying to be funny, just like this is life and it happens like it is. And that's like he's funny. And then in person, it was the same. Okay. Like I kind of knew you already in person.
Exactly.
Something I posted and you put under my thing something, and it was like, oh yeah, I know her, that's my friend, and we never even met in person yet, but I felt the same way, and I was like, that's funny because we did not really know each other, but
Exactly.
you just kind of already felt like you knew each other. You were like,
Exactly.
oh.
I be doing that with everybody that I'm like having like, because I'm like close with a lot of people through my plant Instagram now, and I feel like I got to a point where I can like, I want to be friends with people that I can see, like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm trying to make friends that I can hang out with outside of like the plant stuff if I wanted to.
Okay, I know.
And like, I feel like that's how it is with like most of the people that I met through Plantagram or Plantstagram.
Which is good because that means that the people are like actual, genuine, like people. They're not just there for the gram.
Exactly.
I'm a little worried about this plant.
Oh my god! Wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
okay. I mean, this leaf is a goner, which is fine, but also this leaf is also a goner.
Yeah, we have a yellow leaf.
Is a little damaged. Hold on, let me show you guys too.
Wait, which one is that?
This is the fuzzy petiole, which when I saw how small the package was, I knew there was gonna be no fuzz. So I'm not when it's too small, there's no fuzz when it's too small like that. But I will say, which is a pleasant, is it? These aerial roots are not completely dried. So that's good. That is good. So
I'm like, did I check my aerial roots? No.
it was just sticking out. So I just thought, but I do like it has like a chromey type of like iridescence chromey color to it. I just get nervous when they're so little like this. But my varicosum is still alive, so I guess I shouldn't worry. And all my ones that came really big are not.
Are not okay. It's funny because I was like, I have to save the varicosum for last because
yes,
that was the one in your video that I was struggling. I'm like, all right, we got to see the comparison this time.
Like I wasn't really here for this plant.
Yeah.
That's the first one. This is the plant I was here for, guys.
Yes.
Gigantia. I've been wanting this plant ever since I knew it existed. And it's a decent size. It looks good. It looks good. The leaves are thick. This is cheap.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. I should have got one.
I really appreciate how thick this plant is though.
Like that looks like a decent size considering like some of the stuff I've been seeing in other people's YouTube videos.
I'm happy that it's not super huge just because of like my experience with those other big plants and having like really big leaves with no root system. Yikes. So I am really happy. The leaves are so thick and paddly. Mia, you look like you're about to knock my camera over. Can you? She's like going under the cord instead of just going around. Mia, oh.
It's always funny like seeing you talk to the dogs during a video. It's fun to be a part of it.
Now you're a part of it. Anyways, no, I am very happy with this specimen. We have one leaf that's on its way out. That is okay. But yeah, we got a leaf.
Oh, it's a new growth point? Okay.
Sorry, I'm always screaming. When I get excited, I'm always screaming. Okay, I'm happy. I think this is gonna be a good one. This is the one I really cared about. This is the one I really, really cared about. Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
This is not the blizzard?
I don't think so. You mean like the snowdrift or something like that?
No, there's a snowdrift that's different. Some people be calling the gigantium blizzard, and then some people just say variegated gigantium. Are those two different plants?
I've never heard of the blizzard before. I've only heard of like the variegated gigantium.
I've heard both, and I don't know. This looks like it's a newer leaf. I'm so happy with the thickness and firmness of this leaf.
No, it looks like a sturdy plant. Like you over here like shaking it. It's not going limp or anything. That's a good sign.
Yeah. Okay, I'm happy. Okay, moving on.
Okay. You travel a lot. We talked about this before. What is your favorite place that you travel to and why?
Yeah. That is hard. The favorite place. Okay. Can I pick two places?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to pick two places only because it's for two completely different reasons. One of them was Nigeria, which is my family's home country. So I had to like, I had literally family there that I've never met before. So that's on another level of like, experience. So
Yeah.
and unfortunately, it was because my grandmother died, but I got to meet family that I never met before. I got to see my grandmother's home. She was buried at her home. Like it was a whole experience. She was the mother of the village. So they had a whole parade for her. Like
Oh
literally
wow.
driving in the village and they got billboards, like huge billboards with her face on it that this is her burial weekend and blah, blah, blah. Like it was an experience. So it was my favorite for that reason. But she was from a village in the middle of, we call it Onitsha in Nigeria. So it wasn't, no glamorous, it wasn't no relaxing vacation, it was, it was real. It was
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
So what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say it's like, like it's just like the homecoming energy, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So it was my favorite for that reason. But other than that type of trip, my other like regular vacation travel type favorite would have had to have been, ooh, that is kind of hard. I'm gonna say Croatia.
Croatia. I can't even spell that.
Croatia. It's a very beautiful country and the people are so freaking nice. Okay. Like the people are super nice and they have beautiful city and the ocean. Like
Oh yeah.
it
Yeah.
had both and everyone was so nice. The food was all types of like it was just all around awesome. Like I would go back for sure. Like, yeah.
I'm like, all right, we're gonna write Croatia down. We gotta add
Yes,
that to the
I
list.
would highly recommend Croatia because some countries they are really beautiful, but if the people aren't nice, it kind of like sours your experience and you don't explore as much because you don't feel as welcome to explore. And
Yeah.
it was not like that at all. Everyone was so freaking nice. So
When I went to well no, not when I went. I wanted to go to France, but like I seen a
yes.
TikTok from like a travel influencer and it was like, oh, like places you shouldn't visit while being black. And I was just like, please don't tell me. Please
No,
don't tell me.
they had
Fran-
friends.
France, Barcelona. I was like, Barcelona with that accent.
Let me tell you, I've been to both places and I did not have any racial like experience at all. Okay.
Okay.
France was I was in Paris, so I don't know what part
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm saying. Like it's diverse. It's kind of like
super
New York City.
diverse. Exactly. It's a very diverse country. A lot of Africans there because it's right there. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know what maybe the person had a bad experience, but I did not have a bad experience. And I literally just went there in November.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like goals. I'm still going.
Make your own opinion. You go
No,
and make
for real. Cause like a goal of mine is to parler français en français.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess moving on, we have like the last three plants.
Okay, let's see
Okay.
them.
And I'm like, while we was answering the questions, I put them in the order. So like it's going to lead up to like, everything. But up next we have the glorious.
Okay. I was hoping that you left the majestic for last. So go ahead, yes.
Right. Oh, the majestic is going to be second to last, and then the last one is varicosum.
Oh, yes. We gotta see
Yeah.
that one.
Okay, so let's see. The glorious
is huge, is it not?
No, it is. All right, so this one and I think the varicosum were the two biggest ones, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
That
hopefully,
that you're gonna love that plant.
because I see an aerial. I think this is an aerial root or whatever, but it's popping out right here.
Nice.
Okay, so
Very good.
go like that. Okay, we got one leaf. One leaf.
And down.
And down. Rum pa pa pum. Okay. No, these these are some big leaves. Wait, hold on.
Those are nice and wide.
Beat up, but it has like the lobing already.
Yeah, nice and
Okay.
wide.
And then these are aerial roots.
Okay, very good. That's a nice specimen. How do the aerial roots feel?
They feel dry, but like not unworkable, if that makes sense. Like I'm pretty sure I could air layer this now if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And then I see the new growth point. It just started like, growing. So I still think it's gonna make it.
It definitely will decline.
Right. This is the oldest leaf right here.
That's the one that fell off.
This is the brown one.
That's all right.
It was like, I'm gonna head out. Glorious. This is the glorious, everybody.
But look how the leaves is already sitting.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna do my own thing. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna have trouble acclimating this. I'm like, my biggest fear is like introducing pests into my home, because usually I'm like, we're gonna take it straight to the bathroom. But
I am so bad with that. I never.
No, for real, because when I first got like the little varicosum that's inside of here, I was like, I don't want no spider mites. And like the person who gifted the cutting to me said they previously had spider mites. So I was like, oh, it's okay. We're gonna treat it. And that was the first plant that I actually acclimated for a month before introducing to like everything else.
I just scared myself because I snapped a leaf on here and I got scared, but it was the yellow leaf. It was the yellow leaf.
Is that be?
I was like, oh.
That be making the day. It really did.
I was trying to take off the like slimy sheet. Okay, so what are you doing now?
They be like very moist. Okay. All right. So the next one we have is the Majestic. And like, I'm really scared for this plant because this was the main one I placed the order for.
That plant is to die for.
It is. I keep seeing it at my local plant shop and I keep saying I'm gonna be back.
How much do they sell it for there?
Like $280 something.
Oof.
And it's my order costs less than that.
Listen, who you telling?
Okay. I'm like, hold on. Y'all see that? The little sneak peek. And then boom. Okay, we got 3 leaves and all of them are still on here.
I love the like color, like the pattern, the spotting.
It's like kind of camouflage, but it's not.
Yes, the spotting.
Yo. Oh. Hold on. I'm like, I need to see the newest. Okay, and this is the newest like growth point right here.
Good. Oh,
but why is it like it's crawling?
I think it's a climber.
Like it looks like the gloriosum I have. Like it's trying to,
Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty.
We're gonna train you, but this new leaf, yo, I'm so excited. I gotta take another Instagram profile picture.
Another profile picture.
Yeah. The next question was, are you active in the plant community near you? If that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
No. I used to be. Because I used to live closer to it.
Okay.
Or when I had my own apartment, I lived in an area that was like had a huge plant community with so many plant pages, Facebook plant pages. That's how I ended up at that plant swap and everything. And I used to be meeting people to trade plants all the time when I lived over there. But now I live like 40 minutes away from there. And my area, I couldn't find any Facebook plant groups for this specific area. So I'm still on those plant pages for that area, but it's too much for me to go back. It's only 40 minutes, so it's really not. But
that's like me, like with Brooklyn. I'm like, I'm not going to Brooklyn, but it's literally only like a 40-minute train ride.
And when you just like, just to run there is just a lot, just to run there,
Exactly.
So I'm not, if there's something that I really, like I said, I'm still on the Facebook group pages. So like Sunday, there's going to be a plant festival over there and I will be going. So I do like the events and stuff, but I'm not like as active with trading and all that stuff because it's a little too far for me. So
yeah, the trades I don't know. The trades are a different story because it's like, I don't know. Every plant like group is different, but recently I've just been seeing some crazy stuff, and I'm like, I'll take a step back.
The plant people in my community are a lot of middle-aged people, and not that they don't have rare plants. They're mostly just your average plant lover that just likes to catch good deals at Walmart and Home Depot and Lowe's, so some of them, I'm not gonna lie, like some of them, they be showing up there when they be having their purges, they be having the plants, the rare stuff too. Okay. But they're not so serious, intense like collectors that want to trade to catch them all. You know, like they're not like that. They're very just chill, laid back, like, oh, I love your spider plant. You know, I mean, no shade to spider plants.
It's funny because one plant person from PA, he just like mailed me a spider plant in the mail. It's supposed to be coming by Friday, but I was excited because we was talking about like sending plants in the springtime, and I have like so many boxes that I'm hoarding just to ship plants. Like I be saving like the polyfill and everything like from every order just to pack it up nice, you know?
With care, with love and care.
Right. Okay. Okay, so the next question was, since this is like a Green Spaces ID unboxing, what is your favorite plant that you've imported from Green Spaces so far?
Mm. It would have to be between my okay. Mm. Okay, I have favorites for different reasons. I'm
Okay.
sometimes indecisive with this. My Glorious is my favorite because it's so happy. Like it's
Oh, okay.
beautiful. Like it has another new leaf. Like the roots are going crazy. Like it's beautiful. So it's my favorite because it's like so happy. I can't give a straight answer.
See, that was a good question. That's how you know.
Seriously, because the Majestic is my favorite foliage wise. Like that, the leaf
Yeah.
that, but those leaves are no longer with me. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So after that, definitely my Gigantium. Definitely my Gigantium.
Gigantium, yeah. I'm like, it's just funny because these roots are like wrapped up so well.
Uh,
And then when you get to them, you see what they are.
Why did you say it like
Because I'm just like, damn. I'm not gonna lie, because like remember I told you my biggest fear. Okay, so my first question was what is your biggest fear of today's video? And like
Okay.
this is it.
That was it?
That was because I'm like, wow, hey, like, you know,
The roots are trash.
hey,
Yeah.
like, you know, the ones that the horses eat, like actual hay. But that's what that feel like.
I'm so dead, right? I don't know what they have to put on them plants or something to get them through the country, but whatever they do, them roots they be done when time you get them.
And I'm like, I'm pretty all right. So I'm sure, like almost certain, that Equigenera's roots don't look like this all the time, if I'm not mistaken, because when I got a couple plants back in January, it was fine. But well, not fine, but you know, like for the most part, the roots had a little more life to it than this one.
Yeah, I never imported from them. I'll have to try it one time, import it from them, and then compare. I've never imported from them. What is your biggest plant purchase regret?
Dang, because I know exactly what plant it is. It's also my favorite plant too. But
Dang,
I'm just like,
how did that happen?
no, because it's like if I knew what I knew now, if I knew or if I've known what I knew now, I would have waited until like Equigenera to buy the plant.
Okay.
Because I basically spent way too much money on the plant for
Okay.
the size that it was too. But it was my Passasanum.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so like the one that's right there, that's like the tiny one. This one cost me $100
Okay.
because I had it imported from Puerto Rico. But then the other one, I got it from Equigenera and it's bigger, and I paid $39 for it, or I think 29, because on the last day they give you a deal.
Oh, from the pop-up.
From the pop-up, yeah. So and it's funny because out of all of the plants I've gotten, that actual Passasanum was the only one that was like growing consistently through the acclimation period of the other ones.
Wow.
And I'm just starting to see new growth on it.
Dang.
So
I understand that. That's a big difference.
Like, no, for real, yeah. Because I'm like, with the one I paid less for, it gave me a new leaf every month that was like decent in size, and then
I feel like I've watched the journey of that Passasanum on Instagram.
yeah. Because I really post about that plant. Like I listen to Money Long to that plant. Like, you know, it's nice being Black like this and like just loving my plant. You know, like because Black people, we planters. I remember one time somebody was like, "Oh, how are your plants still alive?" And I was like, "Because I'm Black." like did you not understand our US history? Like, what's your favorite plant that you ever imported?
That I ever I think I'm gonna stick with the Majestic.
Majestic?
Even though it's no longer with me, I just know how I felt when I saw those leaves.
Yeah, I'm like, these look very, very promising. So I would be honestly, I would be shocked and like kind of mad at myself if I lost these leaves because this does look like a good specimen.
I felt the same exact way, and the plant told me, "Yeah, well, I'm still out." Like,
say, yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you when I see you.
Dip on me. So
no, for real. My favorite plant that I ever imported was from the spot that you got your gloriosum from. I think the what is it? The niche plants.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I've never seen a true Soderoy with like this, like the patterning that this one has. And I'm like sizing it up, like I can already see a new leaf growing on it now, and I'm just like, you almost had me because I thought you was dying. But like,
check out her page recently. She has a lot of good stuff on there.
Yeah, and I'm like, that Soderoy, I was just so confused because I never seen that color pattern on it, and it wasn't sold as variegated. So like, there's like a whole thing with the
Have you posted a picture of your story? I feel like I've never seen it.
I don't think I posted like a specific post, but I did post it a lot on my Insta stories. I should post it after this. But
I haven't seen the story.
hold on, I can actually grab it for us right now.
That's the only reason I never was really interested in the story because I had wanted the majestic. It's like the story is a hybrid.
It's a hybrid of it, yeah.
So I was like, all right, if I have the majestic, I don't need the story. But after my majestic took a bow, I was like, okay, what's the next best thing? Because I can't get another one.
Okay, so this plant looks so tiny, but it's just you can see the flecks of green on the leaf that I'm just like, I've never seen those in any other sorority before. So I'm like, that plant is mine. And I noticed it on the listing. I was like, get it. So, you know, it's like a little baby is pushing out the third leaf right now. Like, I don't know if you can see it through.
That's the thing with the babies, though. Yes, I do see it. Even though they're little, they're how's the roots on the other plant you're opening?
Okay, this one is, you know, it's an import plant, but it's oh wow, the stem is going, but it's a lot of roots.
Okay.
And I know, like, I've been watching like a lot of Unplanned Parenthood. Like, she recommends like getting rid of the secondary roots anyway.
You guys say that, yeah.
So I'm like, we'll see, but this is definitely a lot to work with. Wait, this one is the Glorious, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second.
Remember in my video, they labeled both of my plants with the same name. I was so confused for like.
Because I was looking too, and I'm like, wait, no, but the other one was that, right? Because if they sent you two of the same plants by accident, do they? Well, I was about to ask this, but I guess Jasmina's most recent video answers that.
No, they're not sending you the right plant after they send the wrong plant.
No, because according to my bank, the item that I purchased,
I know, right? I would have been
didn't.
if I was her. I was so mad for her. I was in the comments like, "You're right. I understand. That's completely wrong. They should have sent you."
No, for real. Like, I liked the video, and like, because I watched it while I was like on the verge of like falling asleep. So I liked the video, and I meant to comment like, "Nah, get your money back," because I'm the person that definitely refunds. Like, I process my refunds, if that makes sense.
I get
like, I got the time. It's y'all instantly got the money, and I'm gonna take the process to get my money back.
That is me too. But she already put the disclaimer. She was like, "I'm not a return girl. It is what it is. I'll take my L." And I was like,
yeah. I'm like, you better than me.
Like, excuse me, that's not the plant that I was with the person.
No, for real, like a whole paragraph. Like, I love English. I could write you a whole paragraph, like not a paragraph, a whole essay in MLA format. You want pages? I got the time today.
I had to pay to send it back to get the plant that she already paid for.
Like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. And it's the fact that they gave her a $15 credit.
I don't know what they thought that was gonna do.
What am I doing with $2?
Basically, $2 in Ecuadorian plant money, because that don't get you.
It's not. Like, I was really like listening to this, and I was like, "You've got to be joking!" Like, literally British accent. Like, I was like, "This is upset." Upset.
What plant do you regret not purchasing? Oh, you fulfill all your plant needs. Okay, sorry.
No. I didn't. Not yet. So like, I have another one of my wish list plants coming. I was assuming everything was gonna be here by the end of the month, or like just in time for my birthday. And so like, I have two of my top wish list plants. I got them this month. I just need one more, and then like everything else would be just for fun, I guess. But the one that I regret not buying,
that one that you passed up, that you was like, dang, I should have never passed that up.
I would say El Choco Red.
Ooh,
because I'm like, I know with imports we already might have to like grow from node, so it's like that's not the thing I'm worried about. The thing I'm actually worried about is like, you know, is the plant going to be in decent condition, or at least where I'm gonna have like a leaf for a couple months. And every time I've seen it like at like a pop-up or like in store, it just wasn't looking healthy. But I'm just like, I really want the plant and don't feel like paying anyone else like more than these Ecuagenera prices, you know?
Seriously, I was just looking at it today too. I was like, I think I'm gonna want that very soon.
And the only reason why I really want it is mad like superficial. So there's this like print shop on Etsy that sells like the different philodendrons and like the different monsteras. And of the stuff that's on that poster, the only one I don't have is the El Choco Red.
And
So I'm like, I want it so that when I buy it, yeah, like I'm gonna buy it when I get the El Choco Red, so I could be like, oh yeah, I have all of those.
I'm dead. Okay.
And we finally have the roots on this glorious, right?
That is glorious.
This is decent.
I'm about to say they look light colored. They don't look dark like the other ones. And
this one is definitely the vibes.
Yeah.
I think I have like a node that I can grow from here too.
Lovely. Yeah. The roots on mine definitely had new secondary roots coming like once I planted it. So I'm telling you, that glorious is a trooper.
And it's a climber, right?
I think so. Mine is on a stick.
Okay. I'm gonna wait, hold on. I'm like, how do I train this to we gonna figure it out. But these are some decent roots. I like this.
You know, once it hits the light, it'll situate it. So I'm gonna do this fuzzy petio first because I don't expect much with this one.
How has becoming a plant influencer or like, you know, a plant YouTuber, how has it like either helped or like hindered your life now, if that makes sense? Wait, did I?
Like how has it affected my life?
Oh yeah, how has it been beneficial or detrimental? He was like, well, she doesn't walk us anymore. We saw playing.
You know it's nothing when it's only Mia. When Lulu barks, then it might be song.
Oh, okay. Yo, you seen the meme when it was like when you're trying to tell your owner you sense danger, but they tell you STFU. That's what I think of every time I hear a dog bark.
Honestly, it's been really good at keeping me busy because there was a lot going on in my life for like the past ever since I started Plant 2. Mm-hmm. And so it really helped. These roots.
Yo, okay, because I knew I wasn't bugging. The Milano. Wait, hold on, what?
I think that actually, like 2 of these are really, really bad. And then the other 2 are okay. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not unexpected. It's not unexpected. I think it's okay.
They were definitely growing this in moss before.
Yeah, usually, yeah. And I think, like you said, one of these, can I cut this? I think I might have a node too with some roots that I can do something with. But yeah, it definitely was really good for me because it kept me busy with not, just kind of sitting around focusing on the crazy things going on in my life at the moment. Mm-hmm. And so I really appreciated it for that. I wouldn't say that it's had any negative effect. At least I haven't noticed, and I don't feel it at this time. I've only had positive experience, to be honest.
Okay.
On the plants, I really do like genuinely feel like the plant community, in my experience, has been very generous, very kind, in my area and everything. I know but also too, you kind of have to, just like with anything, you have to be selective in the company you keep. Not everybody in every community is, does not need to be a part of your circle, so not to say that I like exclude people, but I'm just saying that when you are selective and you make genuine connections, you're good. You know what I mean? Like, because there's people on the gram that's on there for the gram, and I'm not saying like there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that if I'm actually looking for a planty friend, somebody to connect with or trade with, like, the person that's on there for the gram is not the person that you make your friend. You can still be there.
You can still interact, yeah.
Yeah, interact with them, but don't be expecting to get an actual planty friend out of it when they're just here for the gram. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel like that was a long explanation. I'm sorry.
No. I like that because I've definitely been experiencing a lot of I guess fakeness, yeah. And I'm just trying to distance myself from anything that's not, feeding me like spiritually, if that makes sense. Like I feel like with the plants, it's like I have a connection to the earth. My sun sign is Taurus. So it's like this is like my element for me. Like this makes me feel most at ease. And I would prefer to do that without having like just negative energy infiltrate that space. So I get it.
I'm a little concerned because okay, look at this for a second.
Okay.
Okay, so there's all of this, but this is all dried up. This is not like if I cut this, it's not going to create a plant. Is my point.
Okay.
But and so the only part is this part and these long aerial roots that are. This one is still green, but this is it's dry. Like I don't. If I chop it, it probably won't affect it, but yikes.
You definitely like I would definitely leave that one in water until I started seeing like the main wait, what the heck?
And see where the root starts to develop from.
Yeah. But also, wait, this one is the Splendid. This was the first, well, the second box. The main stem of this plant is an offshoot.
Yeah, they just be chopping and sending you and stuff.
Like every like why y'all do that to me? If I really wanted this plant to like grow, I can't do what I wanted to because everything is from this part right here. Like all of these leaves are off of that one side.
Yeah, they just be chopping and propping.
Well, it's Indonesia. That's why we paid the price we did. Oh wow, these roots are perfect.
Really? I'm so
wait, because they're like all on the wider side, and it is definitely not dry.
Oh, that's good.
Wait a second. Was it growing into the tissue? Okay. Wait.
Leave it to me to be cheap. And this is the plant that I regret not purchasing.
What, the Paraiso?
Yes, I wanted that so bad. You don't know how many times I went back and forth. Like, remember, I was like, wait, hold on, let me
like,
see.
Should I get it?
Very good. Yes.
Like, these are, yeah, just water.
And it'll pop back.
Right. This aerial root kind of broke a little bit. And it's like, what is the word? Barky. But I think the next leaf growing should be able to take care of.
I'm a hater.
That. Okay. So this is the roots on the Paraiso. Great.
I'm such a hater right now.
This is the roots on the wait, what is this? Splendid? This is the Splendid. Yeah. We gotta keep this leaf up somehow. Hopefully the jar can do it for me. And then this is the leaf on the Melanochrysum. So this one is kind of,
It's not dark though.
It's not. It's just like very dry.
So all I'm doing to acclimate the plants is basically filling up the jars with water and hydrogen peroxide and letting it sit in for a couple of days. I guess by that point we'll do an update and show you what the plants are looking like if I have the time and if I remember. Most likely I'll remember because, I'm going to keep an eye on these imports over the next couple of days. But 5 days to a week is when you're getting the next update. I'm almost tempted to just throw mine inside of like my terrarium and call it a day. But I know they're not going to fit like the bigger ones. They already did the... Okay, I'm going to trust their sterilization process and not do what I usually do, which is wipe the leaves down in Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. And that's it with the dead bud brew. I'm going to just wait a week, let the plants, get a little bit more acclimated before I try to mess with anything on the foliage. I literally should have just filled these up before. Because this watering can is just ridiculous. Like, I spilled so much water already. I'm like, gotten over it. Doing this part, it reminds me of like the trauma from when I was recording the first Equigenera stuff. Because like I recorded footage for it, but then I never liked how it turned out, so I just deleted it.
Oh.
And I'm just like, I wish I would have kept some of it, like some of what I did.
All right, so now that we've, got our plants set up for the next week or so, and we've unboxed and unrooted and unwrapped everything, we are going to get into the plant hot topics. So the hot takes, and then like 5 plants that we have like our opinions on. So we're going to first start with like a hot take or like plant news. So my question was, what do you think of Costa Farms and the whole shenanigans that they pulled with the Tycon?
I don't know. Like okay. So before I knew like more about it, I already felt like someone out there in the plant growing world was, controlling the amount of Tycons out there, to keep the value up or whatever. But honestly, I only really pretty much get my information from Kaylee Ellen. And so
Yeah.
I don't, and from what I understand, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't completely understand in detail the situation. All I know is that they said one thing and then they did not.
They didn't deliver.
They didn't deliver. So I don't know. I would like to believe that there's some reason behind it, and they're not just playing games, you know. But I don't know. I mean, I was never someone that was sitting waiting for it to drop so that I could get one. You know what I mean? Because I just already knew it still wasn't going to be a price that I was willing to pay. So,
Yeah.
and it definitely proved to not be a price that nobody was willing to pay. So
I'm not even gonna lie. I was thinking about it.
you was thinking about it?
I was, because like, I went to the website just to see like, all right, maybe I could actually, do the 600 and then probably sell some cuttings. But that's if I get the plant. As soon as I went onto the website, it's like it was already sold out. And there's no way that a Tycon, who's gonna know to check Walmart in the morning for a $600 plant?
All the people that follows Costa Farms and was waiting for it to drop. What you mean?
Yeah, but most of the people in the comments on that on the post, if you still check now, like they were saying, oh, it's sold out, I don't see it. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I knew at that point.
So you think it never really dropped?
Yeah, like I don't think it did. Like, and then they said the money was going away to charity. It's just,
I will that whole thing. I don't know if you watched Plant Me Ashley. She was talking about their whole thing and what they were putting their money to. I feel like in general with businesses and big businesses, they do what they do with their money and never really gonna know, where it goes and what they do with it. And so for me, it's just too overwhelming for me to try to follow and care that much about
that
it.
Much. Like we already didn't get it. We might as well move on.
Yeah, not that I don't care at all, but it's just too overwhelming to really try to sit there and follow the money like for every single, like if you're gonna do that for one company, like
do it for all of them.
And nobody's gonna do that. So I just I can't keep up.
Okay, that leads me on to my next question about sustainability and like plant care. Do you feel like it's important?
I do. I do feel like it's important because yes, it's a hobby, but you don't want your hobby to be detrimental, to the earth that you are getting your hobby from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't go hard, like, but I do try to reuse things. I do try to, I always, and plus, because I'll be trying to save $1. So I don't
exactly
to be repurchasing things that I don't need to repurchase, So
no, for real.
I do think it's important. And if you remember a while ago, I was really into like thinking about composting and all that stuff to use that as like plant food and all that stuff. But I have to wait until I have a house to do all of that. But
yeah, because I ain't trying to have that in my kitchen there, like food I'm cooking.
And I did look up that one. I forget what it's called. That's you're supposed to be able to do compost in your house. It's not supposed to smell, and you can.
The one that was like the machine that you posted about, I think. Yeah.
Controversy on it, so I don't even know if it's real. So
okay. I feel like it's not real only because, well, not that it's not real. Like the idea is like, a thing, but I feel like in terms of the way everyone on Instagram advertises it. It's like you'll get the compost in like an hour or something. Like it's
Yes.
gonna be like somewhat instant. And
Yes.
it's funny because like right around when you posted it, like asking about it, every plant influencer that I follow was posting about it too. And I was just like, they were commenting on each other's posts. And I'm just like, that's how you know. They were just like, oh my God, this is such a useful tool. And I'm just like, you're sponsored too. Like, let's be honest.
Well, because that's how they work, right? They do their little kind of marketing boost, right? And they send it to everybody. Okay, so to create the buzz, and so that's why it came up on my feed probably. But
Exactly.
my opinion is unsponsored, so I'm just talking about it basic. Like, is it great? Is it not? Is it a scam? Is it not?
Right. Like,
So,
I don't
and
know. I just try to save my money as much as I can. That's why I'm like saving dirt over here from plants that have root rot. I'm gonna disinfect it and use it eventually for something.
But I do like I want to, even though I love I love the plants, everything. I do want to like show my appreciation to the earth and all that stuff. I don't want to be like overusing and all that stuff and creating more waste and all that. So
Yeah,
I think it's important.
I feel like when I try like to think of like the hobby as a whole, I'm like, in terms of the moss thing, we can't be sustainable and use moss. So that's the one that I'm just like,
That is questionable.
and then it's like we're also like taking plants from their natural habitats to bring them home. So it's like I'll be like looking sideways at that too. But other than that, I'm just like, yeah, I'm all about it.
I mean, well, a lot of the plants, and that's the whole other thing with tissue culture. Like some people are against tissue culture, and some people aren't. I mean, if you're worried about taking plants from the natural habitat, then tissue culture is the answer.
Exactly.
Then you won't be taking plants from their natural habitat because they want to reduce poaching and all of that stuff, which I definitely agree with. Because we don't want to keep destroying the rainforest and stuff, because all of that stuff imbalances the atmosphere. When you take down the jungles and the stuff that brings in so much oxygen, all of that whole thing. But I'm not against tissue culture. Number one, because I don't know enough about it to be against it. But from what I do know, it seems to be helpful to me. So
Yeah.
for
I
that,
feel like my only fear with tissue culture is like the acclimation after the plant was already grown, if that makes sense.
yes.
Because I'm like, they'll put it in like a nutrient jelly or like agar, but then it's just like, what do you do after that? Because like there's still a risk that my plant could get sick in the acclimation time.
And I think was I reading or watching something? And they were basically just saying like you just need to be basically buy your plant from a reputable seller, because if the seller is reputable, they're gonna make sure that the plant that was tissue cultured was acclimated long enough and grown long enough so that you won't have that problem. They deal with that problem because all the plants that we buy in Lowe's, Walmart, whatever, those are tissue culture plants, okay?
Yeah,
But
it
they've
is.
been in tissue culture for so long that we don't get those weaker, plants that people are out. So,
and I feel like the main plant that we look at, I feel like, well, when we look at tissue culture, the main plant that we like all refer to, like on the grand scheme of it, is like the Rhiphidophora tetrasperma, because that one is like the biggest like mass produced tissue culture plant. And then you'll see some people say, oh, like mine is doing this, mine is doing that. But then it's like we also have to think like, we all have access to it now because of that. So
ask me if I could tell the difference between a tissue culture and non-tissue culture.
I know you can't. I know I can't either. Because I was really sitting over here like,
is it alive? Is it reasonably healthy? Is it going to give me new leaves and joy?
Like, that's all I need. Like the 5 plants.
Okay.
Like, just give your thoughts on these plants. Okay. So the first one is going to be, like we briefly mentioned it before, but variegated Adansonii. So either the tricolor Adansonii or the mint Adansonii.
I'm not here for it. And unless, because only from the specimens that I have seen, obviously I have not seen all of them, but the specimens that I have seen, there's just some plants to me that just don't look right variegated. And I don't know if it's the fenestrations that throw me off with the variegation, but because it's not the same as a Monstera's deliciosa, like the And so now it's more holes, you know,
Yeah.
and so I don't know when it has the variegation and there's already not a lot of leaf blade space. It just
Okay,
looks
I see it. Yeah.
it just looks a little sick to me. It just looks a little to me. I don't
I
really.
get it. For me, I'm like, I'm hoping that the prices come down this year.
Mhm.
Only because I like really want one. But then I'm like, it's just only because it's variegated why I want it. Like,
A whole nother hype in itself. People are like, "Oh, you know, variegated plants are not the only beautiful plants." And it's true.
it's
It's
true.
definitely not. It's absolutely not. I think I'm going off topic. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I think that yes, I understand. I agree that all variegated plants are not, you know, like the most beautiful plants. I just think that sometimes people like to police other people's
Yeah.
this, and it's like, but it's their preference. What's the big deal? Like, just you know, like it's okay if your preference is different from my preference. That's the definition of a preference. You
No,
know?
for real. Like some people might think the melanochrysum is the best plant on earth, but you know, it's just a plant at the
It's,
end of the day.
it's a nice plant to me,
It's a
but
nice plant. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. But you know, some people like, you know, I don't know. I feel like everyone is like should be able to like express their favorite plants without any judgment. Like
exactly.
I know there are some plants that I'm like too, but I can still see why people would get the plant instead of just shutting it down completely. You know?
You can separate the two. You can say that's not for me, but I see why somebody else likes it.
Exactly. That's like my next plant, which is the strawberry shake. Thoughts?
You know I don't. Okay, this is the thing about the strawberry shake for me. Now, I feel like for some reason in my mind, I feel like the Pink Princess and the strawberry shake are very similar
Mhm.
because they have the same kind of pink, you know, and I felt like the Pink Princess is enough. Why did we take it the extra step? I have no idea if one it has anything to do with the other. I'm just saying that in my mind, the way that they look, it looks like someone took the Pink Princess and just wanted to do all this extra stuff that wasn't necessary. It was
Mhm.
already beautiful, you know.
Exactly.
Like, so I don't personally care for the strawberry shake. I feel like there's too much color variation that it looks a little muddied or muddled, you know, like
Yeah. Like I don't know. I love yellow variegation on certain plants like the burl marks.
yeah.
But like other ones I'm just like it doesn't really make sense for you.
So what is the strawberry shake made up of?
I can't even tell you. No,
We'll put it on the screen. We'll put
but
it on
I
the
know it has like the same growth pattern as like a dark lord, I think. Or like
Okay.
the majesty. And yeah, that's really it. And the
I have to look
variegation
it
is
up.
very unstable. Like you're literally only paying for the variegation.
Yeah, that type when it's like that type of hype sometimes just is like for me, I don't it's unnecessary for me. And I don't see me paying what that plant costs for that plant
For that plant. Yeah, exactly.
because I'm not attracted to it.
But I'll try with the giveaways.
Why not? You know, and I'm
Yeah,
not
might as
lying.
well.
That's how I got my pink princess. I went
Oh
on
yeah. Wait, didn't you win it through was
yeah.
it
No,
Fontana Plant House or was it Next
next
Real Exotic?
world. Next
Yeah,
world.
yeah. I remember I was like, I know who that is. Like, Lauren, come get your plant.
I was in there all night long,
Yeah,
yo. All night long. I was so hyped when I got said I never went. Well, first of all, let's talk about how I didn't actually win the plant. I won a gym.
on the gem. Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, Plants and Tings." I was like, "Pass." He was like, he was like, "Oh, she really wants a plant. Let's just give her a plant. She really wants a plant." I was like, "Thank
Yeah.
you so
And
much."
I think you was like the first and last person that they did that for.
Yes, yeah.
Because everybody wanted the plants.
Nobody. I mean, the gyms is nice, but that's not what I'm here for.
I'm like, I got my amethyst right here, but it's just like I'm not here
I'm
for
not
the
into
crystals.
that.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
not really into it. I just like how they look, like fashion wise. Like I wrapped this one myself. I don't know. I just feel like, you know, a stone on your neck. It's random.
I'm just gonna take a minute to show my pink princess though.
Yes, please.
it looks so good. Look at this pretty half moon leaf. It's literally and another leaf. It's literally always putting out a leaf. So I do like this plant for the way how strong of a grower it is, and it does give me a pretty nice like pink variegation. I think it's wonky the way that it grows, but it's been going strong. So I'm
You
not
know
mad.
whose pink princess looks fire?
Ooh,
Koa.
have I seen her pink princess?
Like she just did a collaboration video. I forgot who it was with, but like she showed off the pink princess in it, and like she put it on like a
Yes, it does. I did see it. It does.
every leaf it had pink. I was like, wait a minute.
Hers does look very good.
I cut it. We got 2 leaves.
Oh yeah.
There's like variegation at the edge of this leaf right here. You could barely, you can't see it. Like you could.
Oh no,
barely
I see it. I do see it. I do see
that
it.
one line, and then like this is the new leaf that popped out. Pink princess, everybody.
It's a hit or miss with that plant.
It is, but like I bought that one reverted only to see if I could bring the pink back. Like if you look at the highlight on my Instagram story, like the one leaf wonder, I think that's what it's called. It was just like a slow, like it was a quick death actually, but it was just like the process of me actually thinking I was gonna bring the pink back. Only if I knew what I knew now, I could have just threw it in the prop box, but I know no better.
I mean, part of the plant life is experimentation, and I always say that. It's just don't be afraid to experiment and try things. If it dies, you can get another one, or it'll come back, or throw it in the prop box, and maybe it'll come back.
Or like you can tell your story on Instagram, and someone may offer you a plant.
Or a plant, yes,
exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. The plant community, they be coming through for the come through.
No, for real, the elbow.
Wait, what's your elbow? I didn't know about your elbow story.
Okay, so basically, I got my elbow from a plant friend through Instagram.
I didn't know that. Very
so
nice.
She wanted to remain anonymous, so we're gonna do that. But I met her through Nicole, who makes like the pottery at Well Traveled Wares, and I was explaining the story how someone else offered me a free cutting of an elbow. It was highly variegated, and then it rotted like a couple weeks like before she was gonna give it to me, but only because I was like do you mind switching it to water? Like I don't know how to do like a so it's like it's definitely my fault. But like I was able to get another elbow out of it, so that was like cool. And I was just like fingers crossed because like I keep hoping I get the blessings with like the free plants and stuff like that, and like I'm able to like extend it, share it with other people and stuff like that. Yeah, because I feel like when I was like looking at the plant community or like people were describing it, I'm like, oh snap, like I can make friends with people, trade plants, like it's this magical place. But then when you really get into it, it's like, no, you got to have the right plants to trade. Remember we was talking about it and we was like, I feel like I have like a lot of plants, but nothing that nobody wants, or it's like everyone has it.
I feel like the plants, or if I have plants that people might want, they're still small and they're not quite shareable yet. So I don't know. And I was just watching Plant Me Ashley's video too about trading, and she was saying the same thing. She has a lot of rare plants, and she went to this plant trade, and people, had common plants and some uncommon, but mostly common plants, and they assumed that she didn't want those plants just because she had rare plants. She's like, it doesn't matter. Like if I want it, I don't care. I'll trade you my rare plant. It doesn't have to be an equal monetary value just because like if the two people are getting what they want, what's the problem in the trade? Has to be no rule that when I trade you this, pink princess, you need to give me something of
equal or greater value. Yeah.
I mean, if that's what you want, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, for me, I agree with what she was saying. Like, it doesn't have to be a rare to rare trade. If there's something that you want, it happens to be, common. Don't assume that people with rare plants don't want common plants.
Okay. I need to start doing that because I'll be like, I don't know.
Just go and see and just say, hey, this is what I have. Would you be willing to, whatever?
Like, will you be willing to give me a Monstera Aurea for this post? Please? Like adding the please on there acting like
They'd be like, but you know what she did too? Sometimes with some people that wanted to trade, she'd be like, okay, but can I have multiple plants? And
Okay.
they were like, yeah, sure. So she would get 3 plants for her rare plant, you
What
know.
you mean? My whole collection for a Monstera order? Yeah, you can have it.
Right? Like what? And I think was that one of my questions? Like, what plant would you trade your whole collection for? I think that was one of my.
Aurea, indeed,
Really?
indeed, Aurea. Yeah, because I'm like, literally, my life struggle was the regular Monstera deliciosa. It's growing now. I have roots coming out the bottom of that pot, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the variegated like family. So once the Albo started putting out the new leaf, I was just like, wait a minute, Tycon, Tycon, yeah.
Ready
So
for that?
and literally, like the plant that I ordered that's supposed to be coming is a tissue culture plant of a Tycon. So I'm like excited. And the price, it was yeah, unbeatable. And I'm like so petty for what I did, but I basically asked for a refund from one site because it was like $8 more for the tissue culture. And I'm like, I'm not waiting until June to get a plant. So, you know,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I appreciate the fact that you're selling me a plant that was like acclimated, but like this is a wish list plant and I do want it now. Oh
So,
man. Okay. So I'm like, I got 3 more plants.
okay.
Well, okay, so there's 2 more plants basically, and then the last one is like a choice. But what are your thoughts on the variegated fry deck? Allocation fry deck.
I do like it. I do
Okay.
like at first I didn't really care for it because I only knew about the green one.
The
And
regular one, yeah.
I saw the variegated one, I was like, I love the green one. But now that I see it more, I do
More.
like it. I haven't been feeling like I need it, but I do like it.
I don't really own any allocations other than corms that I'm growing. So it's like I'm not gonna jump to get that plant, but I do like it. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, I like how it looks like camouflage, like with the black and green on the way certain people take the photos. So I'm like, definitely a wish list plant.
Looks nice. It does look nice. Yeah.
And then the next one was gloriosum varieties. So like, what's your favorite gloriosum, if that makes sense? You don't have to have it, but yeah.
I didn't even know until 2 weeks ago that there was all these different varieties of Glorios.
Oh yeah. All
So
of
now
the
I know. Now I do. Remember when I
I'm
sent you
like,
the link to that other website and they had all those different Gloriosums? Now I know, but I
right.
didn't even know before.
When I got this one, excuse the sleep, but when I got this one, I was just like excited, but it didn't really like have the veinings like I've seen on some of them. So I'm like, context clues is like telling me like maybe this is like a gloriosum verde, if that makes sense, like the regular green one. But I definitely want to get the dark form, which I think is the one that has like the white veins.
I think it's cool. Well, on that website I sent you, I think they called it like Radiant or something. That is my favorite. It
Oh,
is
okay.
super dark with striking white, like
The
striking
veins.
veining, like, and I think it has like extra veining, like, oh my
Oh,
goodness.
like I've seen one that grows, and like if it grows under enough, I think either heat or warmth, like the veins are like even more pronounced than like the ones that are already more
Yeah,
pronounced.
it's
So I'm
yeah.
just like, that plant is like what I need in my collection. Like I'm happy with this one, but we need a bigger gloriosum.
My Gloriosum is not even. I'm not even gonna show it in the camera. Y'all
Oh,
seen
for
it?
real, like
It
you know
looks
what's funny though, because I didn't even want to show this one because of this leaf. Like since we like did the test for the Zoom, it like got fully yellow on me.
no,
But
it looks good to me.
I don't cut off my leaves. They do that themselves. Everyone on Instagram, they'll be like, if it's like 50% or more green, then you should leave it on. If it's less, then cut it. But I'm just like, if it was in the wild, it would have just dropped on its own. So
Yeah.
we're gonna let it rock. Okay. And then the last question is climbers or crawlers and why?
Okay, so that is dependence
Okay.
because I don't always have space for climbers, but I don't seem to have good experiences with crawlers. Like all my crawlers are not happy with me right now.
Oh,
So,
dang.
but it's not that I don't like them. They just don't like me. So,
Okay.
but it could have nothing to do with the fact that they're a crawler. So I really don't know.
Okay.
But I find that I have better success with climbers.
Okay.
But I don't have a preference on which ones I like. I like which one is growing. That's what I like.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm like, we just need all of the plants from today to grow, and then we'll be good.
I'm worried about my giganteum, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just like worried about my brain and keeping up with all of these for the long run because I'm like, I don't know how I did it the first time, and like setting up all of this, I was like, oh dang, like you actually have a project now. But it's gonna be fun. We'll see. It was fun talking to you today, Lauren. And you know, I'm gonna see you on Instagram more. You guys check out Lauren's page at Plants and Tings on YouTube and Instagram. And yeah.
Thank you for having me. I had such a good time. And finally our plans. I know we was watching that thing, counting down the days, but we finally got them. So happy. Everything came out beautiful. And yes, very happy.
Yes. I'm like, now they can dance in peace.
I know, right? They was steady posting. That's so funny. Places was just posting so many videos while we was waiting for our plants. Like, but where are our plants at though?
Like, Diana, that's what I
I'm not gonna lie though, they had a lot of orders. They had a ton of orders before and after us. So they just
this was like the springtime mode.
So one thing I forgot to include in the video is that I'm going to be trying to fit the plants in here. Honestly, I don't think my plants could fit in here. But we're going to try it. And this is just going to be to help boost the humidity for the plants. And yeah, I'm happy for the way today's video turned out. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs out. Check out Lauren's page again because, you know, she's one of my favorite planty people on the internet and that I've met in person. So thank you for being such a vibe, Lauren. And if you enjoyed today's video, share it to a friend, your friends, all of that good stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.